It wasn't really on purpose. I was at John's parents' house for Thanksgiving. I had my iPad with me. I was telling John about something I had learned in college, the idea that if you see someone more often, they're more likely to like you. And John was like, "Oh, is that what you did to me?" And I was like, "Oh." And he was like, "You should make a comic about that," out of the blue. And I was like, "Sure, I could do that." Then I made like 5 more, and he was like, "When are you gonna post these?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna post these, I'm just making these for you." And he was like, "Well, if you're not gonna post them, I'm gonna post them." And he posted them. I'm Catana. I am from Saratoga Springs, New York, and I'm the author of Catana Comics. It's a wholesome online comic series about me and my boyfriend, John. I loved comics when I was a kid. I read them all the time. I loved Calvin and Hobbes. I loved Get Fuzzy. I loved Spy vs. Spy. I had just graduated from school, and my options were, get a job, or I guess I could try the comics full time. John was the one that was like, "This seems like a really good time if you're going to do it." When I made the comics, John posted them on Reddit first, and we had nowhere to direct people because we didn't think that they would take off the way that they did. People were like, "Where can we find more?" And we were like, "I don't know, we don't have anything." Within the next week, John had made me a website, and we started an Instagram, came out with another batch of comics, and ended up doing well again, luckily. 100% of the comics are John and I. Half of them have happened literally exactly as they appear in the comics, and half are just heavily inspired by events that have happened or conversations we've had. I feel like it's easier to kind of make comics sometimes than it is to necessarily say things. I know that's like corny. Sometimes something will happen and I know what I want the punchline to be based on a conversation I've had with John, and I work backwards from there to kind of get a starting point. But I always start with a sketch on a piece of paper, map out kind of the dialogue and our body positions, and after that I put it on the iPad I have like a little template that I use, and that's pretty much it. I would say one of the biggest challenges is trying to come up with things that are new and relevant while at the same time being kind of like universally relatable, not just to other people but also to me and John. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again, and sometimes I'll find myself sketching that out and I have to try to challenge myself to change it up a little bit and do something different. Maybe do a comic about something I've never done something about. Like, I've done a lot of comics about pizza. I could probably do a comic about something else now. It's definitely all out of like desire and want. Like, we want to make this for people. We want to keep making the comics. It's never like, oh, we have to make the comics. Like, we have to do this. It's always like a gift to be able to actually continue to make the comics and have people to continue to enjoy them.